in our Airbnb sunroom. And the chimes just started clinging, singing just a second ago. I feel in heaven. I had a heavenly morning, start to the morning. I actually abruptly woke up because I remembered we had several things that we needed dropped off this morning. They had an early delivery, so like that actually woke me up because we had like packages just sitting outside of our door. And I was like, oh shit, we should remedy that. So did that, and then babe and I just kind of laid in bed for a little bit more time together, and then just got up together and just got into flow. And one of the things we had ordered was some ant repellent because we were seeing this ant issue, and that stuff worked like a charm. So got straight to it, got straight to just moving things, cleaning things. And so like really started the morning with just doing some spillover weekend ritual things, since we didn't have the ant spray and things of that nature yet. And yesterday wound up being more creative than a stereotypical weekend type of vibe for like, you know, resetting for the week. And it was magical to just do that together this morning, and just fell into it organically, just picking up in different spots with each other. And so got the dishes done, got some more laundry going because I did start laundry yesterday, but we had some more. So got some laundry going, did the dishes, did the spraying and everything for the ants, cleaned up, just in, you know, organized, or more so organized and sorted a few of the spots that we had that were still kind of left arrive from our play. Oh, I forgot. I'm here now, like my placenta. And just really have gotten into a place of feeling like home in this Airbnb, because our first week here, truly our first week, was spent in stress because of the ordeal we had from our former Airbnb host and experience, and then the subsequent experience with Airbnb support. That was just really overwhelming. And so this was the first week, like, because our resolution came, I believe it was on Friday. I want to say it was Friday, it might have been Thursday. Everything is just kind of smushed together because, you know, once the stressful things happen, like everything just suddenly becomes blur. So everything just kind of ran together. But I'm pretty sure it was Friday that it came through, a resolution that resonated with us. And so we spent like Friday evening to Saturday just sort of getting into rest and digest from the intense experience we had of having to vacate our previous Airbnb of our own volition, but because we did not feel safe and things were just not what they should have been. So now we're in this beautiful space, and this is just my little office / art studio sanctuary, and I'm just so happy. I've got my paints and things set up in here and organized, and I officially did it. I went ahead and signed up for and bought my first tattoo course. So I've been really, really excited to see what my artistic style would look like translated into a tattoo form of art. And so I'm excited for this new leg of my journey. And yeah, I just feel really good about where I am. I had a huge moment of what felt like revelation, but also just stepping stone, because I am in chapter 5 of Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself. I'm rereading it. I think this is about my 3rd or 4th time reading it. And each time I read it, I glean something else from it. Like the first time, it doesn't even count as the first time I read it, because I think I maybe got part way through chapter 1 or the introduction, and I was like, yeah, okay, right, moving on. And this time through, it's just really, really marinated some things that I kind of got maybe on more of a surface, superficial level the last few times I read it, but this time it's really sinking in, and I'm being able to make it actionable, and I've been actively like participating in some of the practices that some of the stories Dr. Joe Dispenza shares. Like one of the stories he tells about a man in the book, how he went about putting himself through a breaking the habit process and resetting himself, and rewiring his hardwired system internally. And so I started doing some of the process, my own version of the process that this man in chapter 5 did. And I feel really grateful. And then I had a serendipitous conversation with my mom yesterday on the anniversary of my father's transition from this physical existence. And it was just incredible, because we both were like, wait, it just kind of seems that we're in a similar space in terms of what we're processing, the type of emotions we're processing, and the ways that we're being able to have the self-awareness to be able to engage and handle our experiences. And it just feels so good. This is the first time I've spent an anniversary. This is the 8th anniversary. This is the first time I've spent it away, because he transitioned in 2016. And so this is the first one I'm spending not with my mom, not with my siblings. And it really is amazing. Like, I hit for the first time a space of giving myself grace and permission not to feel like I have to live the rest of my life in grief, a specific kind of grief, of angry grief, and of feeling like I don't deserve, or I shouldn't go on in joy and happiness, in excitement. And giving myself that permission really has just changed everything for me in this moment. And so I'm being able to be excited about the stuff that we're doing. Like, I'm working on our outfits for Art Week Miami and Art Basel. We've gotten our tickets. Like, I'm just really excited, and being able to, which is why I said it was a breakthrough moment. Like, I feel like I'm really able to like fully grasp and engage everything that's happening right now, that's going on, and bringing a more organic, authentic, and full version of myself to it all. And I'm just so excited, because I feel like I'm giving myself permission to explore, to be curious, to indulge that childlike wonder, and just query with everything, just explore, and exploring myself, and the things that I thought were scary or shameful or regrettable has just unlocked a bunch for me. And it started from having to sit in the discomfort that arose during this Airbnb nightmare experience, and how it trickled into me personally, and into my behavior, and into my feelings of self-worth, my perception of the world. And because I was in the midst of reading Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself, I was able to see in real time and connect the dots to what was happening. The fact that this was my conditioned past triggered self responding, that some of this was truly solely chemical reaction because of familiarity, and how literally my cells are familiar with responding to a situation like this. And so to be able to realize that, pull myself out of it, ground myself into it, and also sit with the discomfort and give myself grace and love on myself for the fact that these practices and habits got me here because I've gone through some things. But now to have the wherewithal to understand I no longer have to react or respond to these things in the same way, but I have options that I can choose to engage and do differently in these scenarios was so liberating. And then also just several conversations I had with my love where he just reiterated, you got to know for you first, and you have to be making these decisions, and I can support you in the things that you're doing and the decisions that you're making, but you got to know first, like, what do you want? What are you doing? Why? And proceed from there, and then and trust it. Go all the way there with it. And I think that's something I've struggled with for a long time, because as a child I did that a lot. Like, I was the artistic child who had all the ideas, dressed how I wanted to, said what I wanted to, and because I received such pushback from that, especially being someone who was reared in the church, I didn't know what to do with that. I didn't yet have outlets besides my art to cope with that. And when I felt like both me and my art were being subjected to others' thoughts, opinions, ideas in a way that I didn't know how to cope with as a child, that led to me not coping well with it as an adult, and becoming an adult who didn't trust fully my ideas, who would consider if other people thought they were good ideas or not first before deciding to embark or not embark on them. And then subsequently allowing that to dictate how I moved through my creative process, through just my living. And so now, having sat with the discomfort of that honest truth and reality, and been able to say, wait, I actually do know and have inklings of and have the means to sit and draw out the full breadth of what it is that I want, who I am, and what I want to do and be and express and experience. I've taken the time to do that and use the Breaking the Habit tidbits to support me in this, and I am feeling invigorated and encouraged and inspired with having done this, because I feel like I've consistently gone through cycles of finding different bits and pieces that have helped me and supported me along my journey, but it feels like they're all starting to now come together and be the puzzle instead of just pieces of it, and they're starting to connect and sync together, and I'm getting that satisfying, like, this whole cluster is now together. I'm starting to see it. It's coming together. Like that. It's just like a feeling of no other. And I'm so grateful. I'm happy. I'm grateful and thankful. And that is a washing machine. And I have some hang dry stuff. So I'm gonna go get that out, because what we don't want is clothes that smell funky.